All right, this is NBA official predictions 2023 to 2024 season. I'm really excited. All right, so I've never been really good at these things, okay? I'm so bad at predictions, just like March Madness. I want to choose the crazy upsets and act like I'm a sports analyst with wild takes. And then when I actually have a good list of predictions, usually a week into the season, my predictions look absolutely absurd. So we're going to do this. We're going to make this video and make some predictions. And I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go with my gut with a lot of these things. So let's just jump right into it. And before I start, these are all 100% correct predictions, and you guys cannot tell me otherwise. Okay, so we're gonna start with individual, and then we're gonna go to teams. Starting with individual rookie of the year, Victor Wembanyama. This should go without saying. Of course, Victor's gonna take rookie of the year award. It doesn't even matter if he doesn't play well. Wemby could average like 6 points and still win this award. He's going to win it. Most improved, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has exploded in the latter half of the last season and then overseas during Team USA's tenure in FIBA. He apparently has this massive stardom over in Asia and that part of the world, and I think that only boosts his chances and increases the number of eyes on him. And I think he's a guy who can handle that kind of pressure and turn it into encouragement. Austin Reeves is 100% going to win Most Improved Player of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year, Bobby Portis. Not a whole lot of stories going into this prediction. According to DraftKings, he's about a plus 1,500 chance of winning this award. I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that compared to the other names on the list, this prediction could be a very, very dumb decision. But I think the Bucks are going to go all in on this Giannis prime while they still have him, and with the acquisition of Damian Lillard, that kind of offensive scheme and the loss of Jrue Holiday, I just think Bobby Portis is going to be looked up upon to score and defend a lot. So Bobby Portis for the Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley. Both of them obviously can't win an award, but I have a tie for this prediction. And I know that's kind of cheating, but I'm going to break some rules here. I think this award could go two ways. Jaren Jackson Jr. or Evan Mobley. Jaren Jackson Jr., who won it last year, or Evan Mobley. There are some other dark horses for this achievement, but a lot of other things going for it because of JJJ's incumbent disadvantage, and we all know what that means. So it's very possible that Evan Mobley comes home with this award. I really think that Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be, what should I say? What should the word be? He should win this award due to stats. However, I think since he won it last year, they're not going to be as willing to give it to him. I think Evan Mobley is probably going to take home the award almost simply because of that fact. And then the last individual award we're about to give out for the MVP, Most Valuable Player, is Luka Doncic. I am begging the basketball gods for this to be the truth. I seriously think Jokic or Jason Tatum have real cases for winning this award, but this is like my third or fourth time in a year predicting Luka. So I gotta continue the tradition, and I gotta be right one of these days, please. All right, so we're gonna move into some team awards and some team predictions. I think the best record is gonna go to the Boston Celtics, the best regular season record. I think the Celtics are gonna make a big leap this year, and I know that they're already a great team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and then the other cast of characters that have been built around them. However, when you have the main young core like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you are always going to have a chance to win the finals. But this is a low risk prediction because when you have a chance to win the finals, I think you're going to do pretty well in the regular season, and I just think they're going to win even more games than they're supposed to. So the Boston Celtics will finish the regular season with I'm going to even throw out this prediction, a 60-22 regular season record. I know that's very bold. This is a sort of, before I get into some of the finals and conference finals predictions here, I just want to throw out some bold predictions overall for some teams, and maybe for some players as well. Minnesota Timberwolves, I think that front office is going to blow this team up. I do not think Karl Anthony Towns is safe. I do not think Rudy Gobert is safe. The one player I know is safe is Anthony Edwards, and I think he's going to stay on the Timberwolves and then become the number one option. I think he's almost already the number one option, but after this past summer and his continued progression, I think he has a real chance of becoming the number one option on the Minnesota Timberwolves with no one else to bother him. If that sort of makes sense. Another thing is I think Trae Young and the Hawks are going to regress. They did pretty well last year, good in the regular season, then made the playoffs as well. I just don't think that they have enough in them. I don't think they have enough firepower, and I think Trae Young is going to regress as well. Warriors in the play-in tournament. This is not that bold of a prediction, but the Warriors have obviously been a Western Conference powerhouse and an NBA powerhouse for the last several years and seasons. I think that they're going to regress just like Trae Young and the Hawks. I think they're going to regress just a little. I know that they got Chris Paul. However, I think they're just going to be in the play-in tournament rather than just clinch a normal playoff spot. All right, so we're going to get into some of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and then we're going to obviously predict who's going to win it all. Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Celtics and Bucks. These are obviously the two best teams coming out of the Eastern Conference. No Miami Heat, no 76ers. We are in for a treat for the Eastern Conference Finals this upcoming year. I can almost bet that on my life that the Celtics and Bucks are going to be part of the ECF. Western Conference Finals, this one I'm not too sure about. The Nuggets and the Suns. This might be a little bit embellished. I do think the Nuggets are going to slightly regress because of the roster mix-ups and championship hangovers. However, they are almost a guarantee to make it this far. And the Suns are easily the best team on paper, but will Bradley Beal's age hold him back or push him forward to get his first ring? Not too sure. So, the finals. I believe it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Phoenix Suns. I know. Yes, I know. However, I do see a combination between all four of these teams in their respective conference finals. However, I'm going to stand by on what I said and stamp it in permanent ink. The Bucks and Suns, and this might be a massively bold prediction, but I think the chip is going to come back to Milwaukee, and Giannis will win his second ring. I think this is the Bucks' Rams ring. They're pushing all their chips forward for one last single year and going all in on Giannis and Lillard's pairing. Both of them are closing the door on their career primes. I just think the stars are aligning for this sort of conclusion to happen. So there you go. You have the 100% correct opinions for this upcoming NBA season. I'm so very excited for basketball to come back. I don't think I can stand another NFL weekly podcast episode where I have to just talk about God knows what. Simply because I care way more about basketball than I do whatever the NFL throws at their viewers. I don't even know what's going on in the NFL. But don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Please let me hear you guys out, and I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments. Please let me hear what you guys have to say. I'd love to talk anything and all things basketball. I want to hear some of your bold predictions. I'm really excited about this upcoming season, and then obviously what you guys have to say about it. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video or podcast episode.